Today we are looking at GROUPBY function, one of the most useful new function in modern Excel. And trust me, once you try it out, you will wonder how you ever worked without it. So let's go ahead and let's try it out. As first, we will start with the basic syntax. So GROUPBY, first parameter is row fields. So we want to group by all the cities. So I will select the column with the cities, semicolon. What values do we want to group by? I want to group by transport cost, semicolon, and then I select sum because I want to sum all of these transport costs together. Close brackets and enter. And that's it. We have a very nice looking quick table, and all the numbers are summary for the corresponding city. We can do one more. So let's do group by. Let's do cities again. So we will select the column with cities, semicolon. As a values, we will do again transport cost, but this time we will try percent of. Close bracket, enter. This I need to format, so let's switch to percent. And now we can see what is the percentage. Okay, that's nice and easy. So let's do a little bit more parameters. First, we're going to try out field headers. So in this case, we will try and incorporate all the headers from our tables. To do so, we need to put it as a new parameter. So we will do group by again, select cities, but this time you can see that now I select only the data. When I click again, everything is included, including my headers. And you can see this change reflecting also our formula. Let's do next parameters, and again for values, I need to select data, click again to select also the header. That's it. I want to do summary, and now our field parameter headers, and we have several options here. This means if I want to show headers, then I click +3. If I don't want to show headers, then I will give 0, which is a default value. So let's do 3, close bracket, enter. Now you can see we also have headers in our table. Later on, we can of course change the parameters. So if we decide to not include headers again, then just change it to 0, enter, and there we go. No headers. Our next parameter is total depth. So if we go back to our formula and we want to change it again, our next parameter, total depth, means that we can work with totals, subtotals. So 0 means no totals, then we have 1 for having grand totals, and so on and so on. My personal preference, -1s, which means to have totals on the top. So as you can see, we put -1 here, and I have total on top of my table. Great. Our next parameter is sort order. So you modify our formula again, and sort order is basically a sorting. You want ascending or descending order. The first is the number of the column you want to sort. So if I put there 1, that means that I'm going to sort the first column. If I put there 2, then it means that I will be sorting based on column 2. So I will put 2 here, enter, and as you can see, we have everything nicely sorted from the lowest value to highest value. If I want to change it, then I can put -2, which basically means descending. So now we can see Berlin has the highest amount, and it's going from top to bottom. Our last parameter is filter array. So first we're going to prepare, we will add one row here, and I want to see all the warehouses. So equals, we use the unique function, select the warehouse columns, close the bracket, enter. Now we can see all the different warehouses we want. And because we want to have a filter in this group by function dynamic, then we go to data, data validation, and in here I choose list, and my source will be this array. Don't forget to put hashed in there. So we have for the whole, and my source will be this array. Do not forget to put hash sign. Okay, now we can see that we have a very nice dropdown with all the different warehouses. Let me just quickly make it in different colors so we do know where the cell is. And now we can move and adjust our formula. So again, we want this to be dynamic. So let's go back to our formula, and our last parameter filter array, we will select a warehouse. Do not forget again that we need to include our headers because we do it all the time in this function. And then what we want to filter, we want everything what is equal to our drop down menu. That's it. Enter. And it is empty, therefore we have a value error. But once we select something, we will see immediately the result. So we can quickly check south, west, east. Looks like everything is working. We are almost done here, so let's do a little bit of formatting. We'll use the format and use the format painter here. Do it like this, then don't forget to change again to check crowns. I also want to format the borders of the table, so let's select my area. I will select a little bit more so we have enough space when it grows. Conditional formatting, new rule. We want to format cells that are not equal to empty, and all these cells will have a green borders. That's it. And looks like everything should be working. Let's check. Whenever we change, the table will expand and we have a nice dynamic table. And that's it for today. We have learned basic syntax of group by function, and I hope it will help you in the future. So thank you very much. Hope you like it. If you do, then don't forget to give it a like, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.